At the beginning of the story, we meet a rich guy named Tyler, who has planned a dinner date with his girlfriend Margot. They were going to go to a famous and expensive restaurant named Huth, which was owned and headed by the head chef Julian. This restaurant was built in the middle of an island, so Tyler and Margot had to take a boat to get there. When they arrived, there were already many rich guests present there. On reaching the restaurant, the head waitress Elsa welcomed everyone and gave them a tour of the entire restaurant. Elsa told that the staff here works like a family, from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. After this, all the guests sat down in their respective seats, from where they could see directly into the kitchen, where several chefs were skillfully preparing their dinner. Elsa warned everyone that the food would be prepared in front of them, but photography was not allowed here. When head chef Julian arrived there, Elsa told him that Tyler had brought a girl named Margot with him, whose name is not in the guest list. It is then revealed that Tyler had booked a seat in this restaurant about a year ago, but at that time he was going to come with someone else. In the story, Tyler had made a booking at Hath Restaurant some time ago, but at that time his girlfriend was someone else. Now he had come with Margot, which made Chef Julian a little unhappy, but he ignored it. Dinner began, and the first dish was served in front of everyone. Tyler secretly took a photo, although the guests were told that photography is prohibited. All the guests were praising the dish, but Margot did not like it much. After this, the second dish was served, and Chef Julian himself came and welcomed everyone. He said that food should not be enjoyed just for the taste, but by keeping in mind its details. He told his dish and the story behind it, but Margot did not like these things much. Tyler was so impressed that his eyes filled with tears. Tyler then secretly took another picture and told Margot that he liked this place very much. Margot replied that yes, it is okay, but nothing special. The chef served the next dish, which had 5 different kinds of sausages, but there was no bread. The chef believed that bread is eaten by the poor. Hearing this, a businessman asked Elsa to bring bread, but she refused. The businessman and his associates got angry and threatened to close the restaurant, but Elsa refused again and said that they would have to eat the food that was being served. This time, Margot found the food so disgusting that she refused to eat it. The chef then served the next dish, which was named Memory. He told the story of the incident when his father came home drunk and started beating his mother. The chef told that to save his mother, he stabbed his father in the stomach with scissors and killed him. Hearing this, all the guests became a little uncomfortable, but they thought that perhaps the chef was telling this story to make his dish special. Then they were served tacos, and each taco had a picture on it that would remind the guests of an incident from their life. The food critic's taco had pictures of the restaurants he had reviewed. On the other hand, the actor's taco had a picture of his worst movie. The 3 businessmen's tacos had information about their illegal bank accounts, which shocked them. They asked Elsa about this, but she refused to give any information. Another guest N's taco had a picture of Richard and a young girl. He asked Richard about this, but Richard said that he did not know anything about it. Margot had returned to her seat, and then the chef introduced his student Jeremy to everyone. She told that the next dish was prepared by Jeremy, but in a short while the chef started insulting him. He said in front of everyone that Jeremy would never be able to become a great chef. Suddenly, Jeremy was killed in front of everyone. Seeing this, everyone was terrified, but Julian calmed them down by saying that this is part of his show. After a while, everyone sat back on their seats. Then Richard expressed his desire to get up and go out, but Elsa asked him to sit back several times. Richard refused to listen to her. Then the restaurant staff caught him and cut off one of his fingers. Everyone was stunned to see this. After this, everyone was warned that if they tried to run away or spoil the chef's food, they would get an even worse punishment. Hearing this, everyone else became even more scared, but Tyler sat quietly and continued eating his food. After some time, Julian called Margot to the kitchen and tried to know the truth from her. The chef told that he had prepared this dinner by working hard day and night, but everything was getting spoiled because of her presence. He told Margot that tonight all the guests are sure to die. After this, he gave her 15 minutes to decide whether she wants to die or stay alive. Margot returned to her seat in panic. Before the next dish, the chef asked that if anyone has any questions in mind, they can ask. Then a person asked why he is doing all this. The chef replied that he is tired of running this restaurant and now he does not enjoy cooking. He blamed all the guests present there for this. The chef called the food critic there because many restaurants were closed due to his bad reviews, and his editor always supported his words. About Richard and Anne, the chef said that they often came to eat in this restaurant, but they never praised the food. He would not even remember the name of any dish here. After this, the chef told about his angel investor who had invested in this restaurant. Julian had kept him hanging above the water due to greed, because he had repeatedly tried to change the menu of the restaurant. Suddenly, the chef killed that investor by drowning him in water. After 15 minutes, the chef called Margot to his office and asked her about her relationship with Richard. Finally, Margot revealed that she is a prostitute and her real name is Erin. She used to work for Richard earlier, and Richard used to pay her a lot for this. Hearing this, the chef sent Erin back to her seat. After this, the chef asked Tyler why he came here. Tyler said that he wanted to come to this restaurant for many months, and as soon as he got the chance, he booked the ticket. He also told that he brought Erin because his girlfriend had betrayed him at the last moment. Hearing this, Erin became very angry, and she attacked Tyler, but the staff calmed her down. Later, the chef called Erin to his office and asked her to help him prepare dessert. The chef asked her to bring a box from the store, and she quietly left. Meanwhile, a movie star asked what crime she had committed for which she was being punished like this. The chef replied, "One of your movies was so bad that it ruined my mood." Instead of returning to the store, Erin went to the chef's house, where there was a closed door. She tried to open the door, but then Elsa attacked her with a knife. There was a fierce scuffle between the two, and suddenly Erin accidentally killed Elsa. She was very scared to see this, but then she took Elsa's keys and entered the chef's room. In the room, she saw many pictures and newspaper articles of the chef. In every photo, the chef was angry, except for an old photo in which he looked happy after receiving the Employee of the Month award at a burger shop. Erin found a radio in the same room, and she immediately contacted the Coast Guard and informed them about the terrible events happening in the restaurant. After this, she returned to the restaurant with the box. After a while, the Coast Guard arrived there. Julian threatened everyone that no one would tell anything outside. When the Coast Guard came in, he said that he had received information about some murders here. The chef immediately said that everything was fine here. Then the guard recognized a movie star and asked for his autograph. The movie star secretly wrote along with the autograph, "Help us." Seeing this, the guard pointed his gun at the chef, and everyone breathed a sigh of relief. But then it was revealed that the guard's gun was fake, and the entire staff started laughing. The chef told that this guard was actually his man. After this, the chef presented his last dish. Then Erin got an idea. She said that she did not like the food. The chef was shocked to hear this and asked if she did not like it. Erin said that she was very hungry, and the chef was not able to feed her properly. Hearing this, the chef's ego was hurt, and he asked what Erin wanted to eat. Erin replied that she wanted to eat an American cheeseburger and fries. The chef immediately went to the kitchen and started making the burger. While making the burger, he remembered his old days, when he used to be very happy in this job. Finally, he served the burger to Erin, and Erin praised it after eating it. The chef became very happy to hear this. Erin then said that she wanted to get the rest of the burgers packed. The chef packed the burgers after thinking for a while. Erin gave him the money and started to leave. Stopping at the door, She wondered if she should leave the rest of the people to die. Then Anne gestured her to save her life and get out. Erin went out. After she left, the chef thanked everyone and said that they were going to be a part of his last dish. After Erin left the restaurant, the chef inside started preparing his last dish. All the guests had realized that they had no way to survive. The chef addressed them once again and said that the purpose of this dinner was not only food, but also to pay the price for their lives and the mistakes they had made. The chef gestured to the staff, and everyone together served the final dish of the dinner, which was called s'mores. This dish traditionally consists of a sweet marshmallow, chocolate, and cracker, but this time the chef gave it a deadly form. The staff wrapped each guest in a specially designed cloth along with the dessert, which was a sign of setting them on fire. Flammable materials were laid out at various places around the table, and the guests began to wait for their final moment. Julian, calm and serious, thanked everyone one last time, saying, "You all took part in this journey. You all reached the end of it. And this is the last leg of our journey." As soon as he finished, the chef lit a fire from a candle and spread it across the dining area. The flame quickly engulfed everything, and all the guests became a part of his last masterpiece. Erin, on the other hand, was sitting on a boat far away from the restaurant, saving her life. She was watching the burning restaurant from a distance, where all the guests and staff inside were engulfed in flames. She ate another bite of the burger and tried to pull herself out of that horrific night. As the boat slowly moved out to sea, Erin heaved a sigh of relief, but the shadows of that horrific experience still lingered in her eyes. Julian's restaurant, his ambitions and his plans were reduced to ashes in the flames. Eventually, Erin achieved her freedom, but everyone else perished. This story reveals the complex aspects of art, life, and human nature. The chef's ambitions, his passion, and his eventual ruin show how sometimes we can get so lost in our pursuit of success or art that we destroy ourselves. This chef's last dinner was not just a meal, but a symbol of the anger and despair he harbored within. Erin, the only survivor in this entire horrific story, shows that sometimes making the right decision at the right time can make the difference between life and death. The chef and his guests, who once thought of themselves as high class, all end up in the same fate, burning in flames. It also symbolizes the mindset that the higher the expectations we set for our lives, the bigger the downfall can be if we lack balance and understanding. The end of the story, where Erin watches the restaurant burn from a distance, is symbolic of overcoming some unbearable and unwanted experiences in life. It is a reminder that ultimately the one who survives every situation wins. It is time to do some research so that we can understand these deeper layers of life better. Margot had returned to her seat, and then the chef introduced his student Jeremy to everyone. She told that the next dish was prepared by Jeremy, but in a short while the chef started insulting him. He said in front of everyone that Jeremy would never be able to become a great chef. Suddenly, Jeremy was killed in front of everyone. Seeing this, everyone was terrified, but Julian's food, they would get an even worse punishment. After some time, Julian called Margot to the kitchen and tried to know the truth from her from the store, and she quietly left. It's fake, and the entire staff started laughing. The chef told. Then Erin got an idea. She said that she did not like the food. Hearing this, the chef's ego was hurt, and he asked. The chef immediately went to the kitchen and started making the burger. While making the burger, he remembered his old days, when he used to be